Hello everyone, good morning. Sorry if the audio bugs out there. It's because I also have the live stream open on another chat or another tab so I can check the chat. But everything should be working now. As usual, I'm here in like the last 10 minutes of the competition, but we are gonna see what's going on in the end of the competition, talk about the next competition. And there's gonna be a town hall today, which is a surprise to almost everybody, I think, because we haven't had a town hall in many months. They are going to introduce the new team, to my knowledge, and answer questions, or at least the questions that were already asked. But so we'll see how that goes. So yeah, my intention is to stream for like probably the next 2 hours, since the town hall is like in an hour and 10 minutes from now, if it starts on time, which hopefully it does. But we'll see how that goes, and I'll share my thoughts about all that's being discussed and all that. And you guys can share your thoughts as well. Martin was the first one here. Hello, fast dropping. Watch out, fast dropping in the ranks. Yeah, I seen that. I seen your message on that too. Dave, hello. Jamar Leroy, happy Town Star Friday. All Juxies, what's up? Spartans, good morning. Happy Friday, dub. Mark says top 600. Hell yeah, yeah. Hopefully it ends for you at the ranking that you want to get. Rachel, morning. Mary NG, hello. Oaken Shield, good morning. Mark says hi everyone. Martin, a town hall? Nope, did not know. Yeah, apparently there is going to be a town hall today in just about an hour. Dave says I'm trying to keep my excitement in check with the return of town hall, or I'll end up getting frustrated later. Yeah, we'll see what gets shared, because I'm happy to see that they're doing a town hall. The very optimistic side of me, as usual, is hoping that we finally get the communication that we're seeing in Mirandis back into Townstar, but we'll see. It's too soon to tell. I know there's a lot of people that like to be negative and expect a lot of bad things, but you know, I love this game and I hope the this new team enjoys working on it and hopefully doesn't hate us. Because we're gonna bug the hell out of them, that's for sure. Alright, production rate's at 151 per hour, running for 9 hours now. That's what I expected it to be, by the way, so I met my goal there. 15th place, honestly better than I thought it was gonna be. I thought I was gonna be around the 20th area, but I did know that it was enough for top 25. I do see Spartans is still 25th place. I hope you make it, Spartans. Or at least that's what's showing up on my leaderboard. 10 minutes to go. I would assume by now that everybody's fast forwarded their town, but I guess that's not always the case. And yeah, I wasn't anywhere near top 10 this time. But yeah, I kind of figured. Look at that XG on first place. That's freaking amazing. O-Town's doing amazing as well, but he just got slightly beat by Paramin. Oh, maybe not. O-Town's winning again. Wow, that's going to be a close one. Going to be interesting to see who had the upper advantage there. Maybe somebody's holding out. Somebody's has like 100 banana splits ready to be sold on the last minute or something. That's really close. Or second and third, at least. I mean, actually, he's definitely going to win first place again, so congratulations to him. C Money, happy Friday, everyone. Never give up. Hello. He says, hello, Dub. I was watch your old video. You look very good right now. Thank you, Never Give Up. Appreciate it. I assume that you meant the quality now is better, which is true. I'll agree with you on that. Mark says, can somebody ask the new team if they would lift all Discord bans? Give everyone a second chance. Second change? I assume you meant second chance. To my understanding, Mark, you have to contact Gala supports, and they might be able to help you with that. That's to my understanding, at least. Martin says, still dropping, 10-13. Oof. You should still make it top 1200 at this point, at least. Girl Gamer says, Merry Friday, hello. Who is XG? One of the best players in the game, of course. XG is part of the Dub Guild. So him getting first place is amazing for us. Great job, XG. You worked very hard on that. And yeah, he might not have the dub tag, but he is in the dub guild, so there's that. He's part of dub 1. So if you don't already know, next competition is going to be sushi boats, but and yeah, sushi boats for like the 10th time now. But it's a new types of sushi boats. Once again, I feel like every time sushi boats comes out now, it's a new type of sushi boat with a new type of sushi added to it. I suppose this time they're adding tuna to the sushi. I think for this competition, he did have more NFTs than Pearman. Can't say I know exactly what they have. I'm not too sure. Let me get Discord pulled up here. I might need to anyways. Oh, that was easy. I might need to for the town hall. See, I'm not completely sure, but I think it is happening on Discord. I haven't really paid enough attention to it. Hold on, let me go check actually. It is, yeah, it's happening on Discord, on the Gala Discord stage. Okay. The Mirandis one, which I talked a little bit about earlier, yep. Okay. That's happening in 4 days from now. Alright, cool. Let me carefully go back to Town Star announcements here. Luvena, hello. Hey Dub, interesting why there's no announcement regarding Town Hall and Town Star Discord, but in Gala Gold. No, it's on Discord. I saw some people mention that, but it is on Discord. It's they pinged everyone, which is fine. Oh, unless you have the everyone ping turned off, then I suppose you wouldn't have gotten it. Why you would have it turned off, I'm not sure, but they did ping everybody. I guess they probably should have. Duck Sunny probably should have also put it on the Town Star announcements channel. That's true. Since everybody doesn't check their notifications. But to be honest, the people who don't check the notifications probably don't even check the Town Star announcements channel. But anyways, next week we're gonna be making sushi boats. What's cash boosted? Oh, and I haven't really paid attention to this at all. Like, I saw that we were going to make sushi boats. I didn't really look at this. So this is kind of my first, not really my first time looking at it, but my first time actually paying attention to it. So what's going to be cash boosted? Salmon nifiri. Never heard of that one. I assume that's salmon nigiri. Eel nigiri, ebi maki. All cash boosted. The ebi maki cash boost seems pretty huge. Wasabi's cash boosted. That's a pretty good amount too. Wasabi. Wasabi was the one that wants shade. But you could probably cash rush that. I'll look at that a little later. Tuna roll. It's getting cash boosted. And sushi boats is boosted to stars. 120,000 stars per sushi boat. Definitely going to be the meta. Nothing will compete with that. Plains biome with a river on the south and ocean on east and west. That's good. Plenty of waterways. Probably too many waterways for players with little to no NFTs. You're probably not going to need both oceans. Yeah, you probably only needed one ocean, but it's fine, I guess. For the people who are like middle ranking that have, you know, that you're going to need so many fishing platforms or whatever. Wild net fishing. Yeah, wild net fishing. This biome might be better for you, I suppose, since you have all those waterways. Trade time at 1 minute, that's okay. He has a picture for it this time. That's the same biome for the fishing daily challenge, the one where you have to sell shrimp and roe. That's right. Ives says, you think they could have just copied into the Town Star specific announcements too? Small problem given everything else going on. I don't even think it's that big of a deal, but you are right. At the very least, they pinged everyone, but yeah. Real sushi's okay, sushi meta, please no. Yeah, true. We'll get back to this in a moment. I don't know why it's here in the middle. But the new recipe is tuna. It is stored in the seafood storage, even though it says Epic Seafood Storage. I'm sure it works on Both. And what it means by seafood storage, is that what it's called, by the way? Is a seafood warehouse. There we go. I read seafood storage. It's actually seafood warehouse, though he has it on there as seafood storage. Is that what the NFT is actually called? It might be. No, I think the NFT is also seafood warehouse. Seafood. Yeah, Epic Seafood Warehouse. So not only did he type the wrong name for the NFC, he typed the wrong name like completely. That's a complete typo. That's like a double typo right there. That's crazy. Grandma, hello. Iva says hopefully get some clarification on the tuna. Yeah, I heard people were confused about this, and I was not worried at all because I'm like, I'm not gonna really pay attention to this until the update comes out. Tuna seemingly is gonna require 2 water, 2 shrimp, which I guess that makes sense. 1 minute craft timer, though that doesn't really... So it's made in the fishing platform, I get that. I know people were asking about, is it also going to be made in wild net fishing? I would assume so, but it doesn't say right now. So the craft times might be different or whatever, we'll see. Maybe the craft requirements will be different, no idea. Or maybe it's special and it only is craftable in the fishing platform, who knows? It's gonna be a complete surprise to everyone. Because just the way this works, it's different. And there is both tuna sashimi and tuna roll. Whether this is intended or there's a typo here, we're not really sure. The crafting recipes are very similar. Tuna sashimi requires 1 tuna, 2 seaweed, 1 wasabi. Tuna roll also requires that, but in addition, it requires 1 white rice. The craft times are the same. The star values are slightly higher for the tuna roll, which would make sense. The cash amounts are the same, which... kind of doesn't make sense. And competition has ended, by the way. We'll check the final rankings in just a moment. And yeah, the sushis are made in the sushi restaurant. That makes sense, as well as the NFT version. And here's the updated recipe for the sushi boat. Seemingly 1 salmon nigiri, 1 eel nigiri, 1 ebi maki, 1 wasabi, and now 1 tuna roll. Seemingly tuna sashimi is not used on anything. It is possible that this is actually used for the tuna roll. Who the heck knows? So yeah, it is confusing. I understand why people are confused, and can't really worry about it until the update goes live at this point. Probably somebody will ask it during the town hall, but like, oh, we'll see. Maybe it will get answered in the town hall. Who knows? It says platform only, yeah. But seeing as wild net fishing made salmon, and it's also in the fishing platform, I would assume it works the same way, but who knows? Sea Money, yeah, they gave out the Hasty Chocolatier NFT for, was it the last competition? I still gotta update that on the Townstar Playbook because they didn't actually tell us that it was gonna be a NFT reward. Martin says Hasty Choco Maker, yeah, put it on when I saw it. I didn't put it on because I didn't need to increase my chocolate production rate. Email counts stuff, go dub, something smells fishy here. I hear that every sushi boat competition. C Money says, is the town hall going to be on YouTube? It doesn't appear to be because they announced it on the on Discord, showing that it's going to be on the Discord, like the Gala Games Discord stage. It's going to be on Discord. Rankings. And I might need to wait another minute to let this actually refresh if it hasn't already. Yeah, and he did post like the exact same information again after people asked for clarity. That's why this has so many question mark reacts. Whether it's because this is actually correct or... I can't think of any other reason why he would post it again other than like, this is correct, let me post it again. But I know what people were mainly asking for was the tuna roll craft recipe. They think that's wrong. Maybe the tuna roll craft recipe requires tuna sashimi or something. Who the heck knows? We'll see. Yeah, I plan to stream for like the next 2 hours. I don't know how long the town hall is going to be, but it should start in an hour, so I'll go ahead and stream it. And I'll try to be quiet so we can hear everything they're saying. Oh, Grandma ended 101. Sorry to hear that. So close. Girl Gamer, 31 for me. Hopefully that's what you were aiming for. Pretty damn close to top 25. So I'm happy with top 25, of course. That's the goal as usual. I see Spartans got 26 though. Dang, so close. I've been there a couple times. See if it loads up all the way to top 50. Well, if this is correct, I don't know who this person is actually. D84NLO. Don't recognize that name. Yeah, actually, I have no idea who that is. Does anybody know who that is? Like maybe I missed it completely, but that name does not ring a bell. Who knows? I see Little Dude ended at 51st though. Dang, also so close. This is not a good ranking for some people. I'm sure they would have been happier getting just one ranking higher. But there we go, XG first place, congratulations. I see O-Town got beat up by Paramin. It was such a close fight. Hopefully that was fun for them. Let me go ahead and go on daily challenge because I do need to do this. But while that loads up, let me also talk about the new NFT that's going to come out, I believe today, in 2 hours. They're going to release the vending machine NFT, which is very similar to rose bushes and birdhouses and the gnomes that nobody bought. These will reduce the build cost of everything, which is pretty cool, by a certain percentage, and it stacks up to 16 times, just like birdhouses and rose bushes and the gnomes. It's gonna be part of I call them gacha sales, mystery boxes, whatever you want to call them. You buy a pack and you open it, and it will contain uncommon, rare, epic, or legendary. More than likely uncommon, because that's just how the odds are. Uncommon gives 0.75%, rare gives 1.5, epic gives 3, legendary gives 6. So it's pretty big gaps right there. Epic gives 1 town point, legendary gives 2 town points. The interesting thing with the vending machines, maybe not as interesting, but like unlike the rose bushes and the birdhouses and the gnomes, these actually take up 2x2, so you can only fit 4 of them in one tile rather than 16 of them. So they take up more space, which is pretty inconvenient. You're not always gonna want to use these if anybody ever gets to 16 anyways. I don't think anybody would ever have all 16. This also isn't really, it's not worth it, because like, if for some reason you're considering getting this and you don't already have Stars and Stripes, you're way better off getting Stars and Stripes. Stars and Stripes takes up the same amount of space as one vending machine here. It's 2x2, but it gives a 30% build cost reduction and 30% reduced wages. That's way more powerful than this. Oh, it says I got disconnected. Let me refresh. All right. Yeah, Stars and Stripes, way more powerful, way more useful than these vending machines. I would only expect a few people to buy these. I was thinking of like getting 1 or 2, try to get like epic. And if I get uncommons or rares, I would give them away, so maybe. I really wouldn't even bother placing it if it was lower than epic. That's just me. But it's not worth it though, to be honest. It's just not worth it. It's barely gonna help. Like, before you even get Stars and Stripes, I'm assuming you already have Enchanted Ornaments, because Enchanted Ornaments is better. It's not gonna take up any space, and it'll be auto-applied. So it goes Enchanted Ornaments first, and then if you have that, then you can consider getting the Stars and Stripes if you want even lower build costs. And then I suppose you would get this. But by that point, you know, it's diminishing returns. It's not additive. This is multiplicative. If you have 16 of these, it doesn't mean everything's gonna be free. That's not how it's gonna work. But it's not worth it. It's my opinion. How much did it cost, by the way? I didn't even say the price right here. If I'm not mistaken, they edited that because I thought it was 40 bucks. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was $40 at first. But it seems like it's gonna be 30 bucks. And the supply's 225,000. That also feels like a typo. Thought it was 25,000. I don't know what happened there, but all right. Seems like a lot. But that seems to be the only new NFC, which is odd because I really thought they would come out with some other fishing related NFC. Because that probably would have sold better. But all right. I'm still trying to load up the daily challenge. Now, as I mentioned on, was it Tuesday? I am not going to be making a no NFC build showcase for this one. And Sushi builds is pretty annoying to make with no NFTs actually, so I kind of dodged a bullet there. But what I am going to do is I'm going to run a community build showcase. I'll post the announcement for that right now. It's going to be 4 main prizes. There might be additional prizes, like random spin prizes. Similar to what I did for the last community build showcase that I did, which was for the Halloween meta last year. It's been 6 months since I've done this so-called idea that I came up with. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. The way it's gonna work is if you are interested in actually taking part in this little event that I'm making, and like you're gonna make a no NFT required build, town halls are allowed. Like you'll see in the list what's allowed and what's not. But if you are gonna be interested in actually doing that, you need to send me a message telling me that you are interested so I can like actually reserve your entry, because I'm only going to be allowing 10 people to participate in this at most. It doesn't have to be. If there's only 3 people that participate, well, awesome, because all 3 of y'all would just automatically win. There would still be votings to see who had the better design, but like there's going to be 4 prizes guaranteed. Yeah, I'll post the details for that probably in a couple of minutes while we wait for the town hall. Let me go ahead and just knock this out while I re-chat and stuff. Satvic says, hi, sweet friend. Today, 1300 position. Sorry to hear that, man. Sounds like you need a little bit more practice. There's usually only like 1,400 people that actually try. I forgot to check how many people participate in this competition. But yeah. We put the silo here. You know, the silo that doesn't cast shade. Oh yeah, I got getting rid of these. There you go. 1,600 plus, Martin? Okay. So about the same amount. I can get rid of the farmer house now because I can just play my place my twin garages. What do you mean, Satvik? That's too much half price. Tony, 700 again this week. Nice. It's gonna be me placing a bunch of NFTs for the next couple minutes. So what's your predictions for the town hall that we're going to listen into in like 50 minutes? Do you think they will actually give us information for the soil token if or how far along they are with the whole tokenomics, or with the you know, redoing this Gala inventory. You think they made progress? You think they're gonna be like, oh, we're just barely looking into this, we just got here. Maybe the transition period was like 6 months long, who the heck knows? Because the last we heard about the transition period was in December, I think. That's when a couple of them were let go, so I assume that's when it started. You fell from 425th place to 1300? That seems like too much. Yeah, that does not sound right. I hear some people say that sometimes, and that's just too steep of a drop. Wait a minute. Why? Oh, because I placed it wrong. Okay. Guts, I fell 380 to 520. Yeah, that makes sense. That one sounds reasonable. Dave says it. I think it's just team presentation and some vague goals and deadlines. Yeah, that's not very good. But at this point, would people prefer complete silence, or would they prefer at the very least a team presentation? Oh. Ives fell 200 to 260 roughly. Yeah, that sounds about right for that ranking. Tony says, I hope they give update about soil. I lost my Town Star coin, so I am not too much into daily competitions. Okay. I think that's what most people hope for, though. Oh, okay, Jeff Saylor. What's up, by the way? If that's what he meant, then yeah, that makes sense, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah, that's not the way I interpreted it, but that way makes more sense. Oh, for sushi boats, I'm not so sure that my previous sushi boat build showcases will truly help you. Like, sure, it might give you an idea of how it looks like. I can say that you are probably still going to want nuclear power for your wild net fishing or fishing platforms making salmon, since those need energy, and the fishing platforms in wild net fishing are negatively impacted by dirty, so you wouldn't want your power plants or even refineries next to them. So yeah, you're probably going to need nuclear power. You are going to need to know how to make ice blocks, which means the whole wizard's workshops or Santa's factory next to the master wizard or water facility, since you might not be in a hurry anyways. So yeah, you'll need that whole process to make ice blocks just to make the seafood warehouses that you need to make, which probably will be more than one. That's the thing, the most complicated thing about this is just building it. It's not the cost, because it's not super expensive, but just the 5 ice blocks, that's the expensive part. Savik, daily challenge gives you 2 dirt or other things. For the moment, only dirt. I do expect this to change, but at the moment it is only town points which convert to dirt. Tony says this week was roughly the same as last week for me as far as ranking. Okay. See, so you ended at 700. What was your production rate, Tony? Luvena, any chance Town Hall talking about May Mayhem? I do believe there is a chance. My prediction is that they will talk about May Mayhem, but they will say that they won't have the details ready until next week. Because if they do end up talking about May Mayhem and they actually share details, then damn, they're gonna be the first ones to actually share some information. But I think they're either just gonna say that they're still working on the info, or they at the moment don't have any plans, which would make sense since we're still in April. And last time they didn't. Apparently last year May Mayhem was like a last minute thing. If you know, May Mayhem was like, it was barely any difference anyways. But apparently it was like a last minute thing. Like the first day of May they came up with something or something. I don't know if that's true, but I heard it from one of the previous Gala staff. I bet it takes you longer to place all the NFTs than to do the challenge. In some situations, yeah. Actually, usually I'll have like 3 blueberry fields and 3 strawberry fields, but I'm practically almost done here. But yeah, you're right. And I always have to double check what I have in place, so the haunted NFTs. Like people have said before, I would appreciate a tab that only shows the town point eligible NFTs. That would be cool. But not the biggest issue. Plus, it's only really an issue for a handful of people anyways. So not really, I mean, people wouldn't really care about that. These are in, okay, chicken coops. All the other ones, nope. Snake Tower and chicken coops. Then all the other ones are in the guild library. Mostly 14 to 18? Oh, yeah, that's not a whole lot. I feel like some people were doing that and barely managed to get top 1200. Maybe, who knows? Yeah, because the build showcase was 16 per hour. I'm sure that was good enough. Oh. So yeah, I placed down all of them. Now I'm waiting on the blueberries. But I only had 1 blueberry field, and usually when I do this challenge, I also place down the fruits greenhouse, which helps. But no, I don't have that right now. 4773 town points. All right, just gotta wait a minute. I did a few sprints at 40 per hour. This is a pretty big gap though. Going from between 14 and 40? Oh, okay. That's like almost triple the rate at some point. Savik says last time I got 100 galas and 1 blueprint too, Chocolate Factory. Yeah, the hasty chocolatier. Is that what it's actually called? Oh, hasty chocolate shop. There you go. Yeah, that was recently. I should also... Let me go to the Town Star playbook. Those for the Easter eggs meta, that's right. So they didn't tell us, but it was an NFT reward. Tasty chocolate shop. AC chocolate shop. This was paid out on Tuesday, I believe. Tuesday or Wednesday. Let me check what the price of Gala was on Tuesday. .017, just about. Was that Wednesday? Although this isn't a perfect number, it's about as accurate as I can get it. But if it was Wednesday, I will change it to the 23rd. Some of you are probably like, Dub, just go to your notifications and it'll tell you. Well, I had to scroll a while to see it, believe it or not. I do a lot of trades. I help people out. 3 days ago. I do believe that's Tuesday. So yeah, it should have been, at least, yeah, I go by my time zone. So maybe it was Wednesday for some people. Because maybe it was like Tuesday afternoon or something for me. But yeah, Tuesday. Yeah. Gotta do some copy and pasting like Doug. Some old Doug Sunny copy pasting here. Sushi boats. Now with tuna roll. Meta. I don't think I actually call it that though, but just in case. Yes, I haven't done any like practicing or anything for the sushi boat competition yet. I will wait until later tonight once they've updated the game and we actually have the correct details. Probably gonna spend most of this weekend playing or continuing to play Expedition 33 because that's what I've been doing pretty much yesterday all day. This is not loading. Just realized that it's stuck. Yeah, it's actually not loading. That's weird. All right. Go ahead and claim this. There we go. Go ahead and back out of this. Black hole, don't call him copy paste guy. He kicked me for saying that. Really? Oh my gosh. But I copy and paste all the time. I am the copy and paste guy. Grandma, I'm gonna add the supporter role to you on Discord. I did not know that was your username. So you'll be able to see the supporter chats. There we go. And I'm sure probably like a lot of people send me friend requests. I usually don't accept them. Or I try to be careful about it. Don't get the wrong idea. Like, I will accept them if I need to do something. But I just don't like that a bunch of random people that I don't know who they are send me a friend request, and then they possibly may change their name to like some impersonator account, or just impersonating like Gala staff or something, and try to scam people. So like I try to be careful about adding people. I have my reasons, you know, that's why. But like if you send me a direct message, I should be able to see it and get back to you. So yeah. No, I got on town star mode recently already. Let me go to my practice town, which I believe is the exact same. I don't think I've like messed with it at all. Exact same as it was for the banana split competition. All right, we gotta wait like half an hour for the town hall, which is fine. Did this update? It did. Got disconnected though. Strange. Well, I guess I gotta wait. That's weird. Is everything being slow for a reason? Did I get disconnected? Did the stream end? No, I don't think so. Nope, I see it. Oh, at least this loaded. Yeah, I don't know what happened to the my spreadsheet. It's not even connecting. Okay, I think I used the same biome for like 3 competitions already. That's why I have like 3 billion cash. I can't use it for the next one, unfortunately. I do need to actually practice with all those 3 waterways, because I will probably fill them up with wild net fishing. At least that's my assumption for now. Town Hall makes the game slower? You mean the Town Hall that they're gonna have? Or the NFC? Yeah, let me refresh the page. I don't know what the heck happened. Let me check something while I wait. Savik says, my side closed, but yours is still working. Why? Oh, this is a practice sound. Yeah, just, I mean, I figured while I'm waiting, just have something up there. Okay, I got this to load again. That was strange. I think it just signed me out, so I had to sign back in. Oh, okay, it did not save my copy pasting. No, it did. Hold on. No, yeah, everything's right there. Alright. I don't know why I was gonna be confused there. Okay. Yeah, mostly gonna be waiting for the town hall. I mean, I'll go ahead and update this as well. If you have any specific questions about sushi boats, you can ask me. But like, if it involves the new crafts like tuna, I'm not really gonna be able to help you. That's a problem. I still do believe that the crafting recipes are wrong, and we're not gonna truly know what they are until the update goes live. Cause it just sounds so. You know, they made the joke before already. It sounds fishy. The crafting recipes do sound fishy. They don't sound right. And after seeing what happened with the whole candlesticks dilemma and how that was wrong, and they changed it up on us, yeah, they at least Doug Sunny is prone to some miscommunication there, or maybe it's the Townstar devs, who knows. So it's kind of hard to go by some of that information. Where's Simon Nigiri at? That was me, but that was the Discord notification for the town hall. It's going to be happening in 24 minutes. Did I accidentally turn the notifications? Never mind. Yeah, because that sound should be muted. I must have unmuted it. There we go. Perhaps Crypto says, when have they been putting out the new meta update on the server? It always happens on Friday. And it's usually, I would say on average, 4 hours after the competition ends. That seems to have been the average in the past couple months. Why I keep getting connection issues, I am not completely sure, to be honest. Should not be happening. But we shall see. I can't even update it right now. That's weird. Let me check what my last sushi boat build showcase was. I can't remember how long it's been. I did 3 of them last year. Jeez. It's too many sushi boat build showcase. I almost don't believe it, but I have 6 sushi boat build showcase videos. Like, what the heck? Like, I need to stop making I need to stop making build showcases for sushi boats. That's too many. I think obviously the crafting requirements changed though. That's the confusing part too. Some people see some of these production rates or designs, but they don't actually work anymore because the crafting requirements changed. I suppose this one is the most recent though. And we did appear to have the same biome that they're going to give us again. We had the Wind River on the south and the ocean on east and west. So of course I used the river to have passive water for my wheat fields. Not wheat fields, rice fields. Husk rice fields. Some of that water for the wasabi also, but the wasabi also wants shade. Pretty much had the east side for the wild net fishing and the west side for the seaweed. This looks clean though. I do remember doing this one. It's clean. Production rate was about 100. Yeah, 104 sushi boats per hour on this one. Sushi boats is pretty difficult just because of how expensive it is. Like, there's a lot of expensive buildings involved. You need nuclear power. The process of making ice blocks, that in itself is expensive and time consuming. That is why I think sushi boats is one of the harder competitions. But you are able to make a lot of them, like produce a high number. There's a lot of competitions where you can't produce like 30 or 40 because it's too high and you can only produce like 10 or 15, like cakes, for example. But sushi boats, you can produce a lot. Now, whether you can still produce 100 or not, now that they've added tuna, I'm not completely sure. We'll see, but I would still assume the number to be pretty high. And yeah, for the events that I'll make, for people who want to participate in that, like create your own design, you are allowed to take inspiration from this. If your design looks very similar to this, technically that's allowed, as long as obviously it works. Like, you make sushi boats. You probably could make this work even. I'm not gonna test it, but you probably could make this work. Sea money. Are sushi boats a real thing you can order at a restaurant? Not that I've ever heard of, sea money. That's a good question though. Not that I've ever heard of, but probably. Sushi's pretty popular, right? I just don't happen to eat it a whole lot, but I know it is popular. Dang. It never connected. Wow. Crab says, yeah, I've ordered one. It's more than one meal of food. Okay. Yeah, sushi boats are a thing, says Rachel. Not sure if it's just my connection or what, but yeah, this usually doesn't disconnect that often. And for some reason it is. So let me try this again. So salmon nigiri, double the cash. I know some people can rush salmon nigiri. Honestly, some people could probably rush sushi boats at this point, even with the tuna requirement. Too bad they didn't cash boost shrimp, huh? The people that do shrimp rush would have loved that. One thing that might be worth testing is see how good a wasabi rush would work. Might be similar situation to bananas. It's the craft time. 1 minute craft time on a green craft timer. So I have a bunch of silos next to it. Only 3 water requirement. It might work. I don't have tuna roll yet. Gonna wait a bit to add it. Rachel was hoping for a shrimp boost too. Mr. Trupa, I'm so curious on what this town hall will look like, what content they will share. Yeah, I mean, I believe all of us are. Yes, Krabs Crypto, this would be the first town hall with the new group. Since they stopped doing the town halls maybe like in the first week of December, the last week in November, somewhere around that. And it was in December where they laid off the previous team, I suppose. This is actually disconnecting way too often. Like not a normal amount. Could be that I'm streaming, but I have edited the playbook before while I was streaming and I didn't have that issue. So I don't know what it could be. Well, about 15 more minutes for the town hall. Spreadsheet's not being nice to me. Like the video, of course, appreciate that. I mean, I will, of course, I'll record it, and if somebody asks like if they where they can see the recording, just send them over to this stream, but tell them to skip like an hour. I'm sure somebody will let me see. What time would it be? It would be like about an hour and 15 minutes into the stream. Probably is when the town hall would be. You know, assuming it starts on time. Crowd gathering or AMA. When is the server reset so we can practice for sushi? Today. That's not the answer they wanted though. I know that's not. I know. Right, seeing as we got a couple minutes, let me post this announcement. I believe I have all the details already. Hopefully. Hopefully I don't pull a Gala and mistype something here. So while we wait for the next 10 minutes, this is what I'm gonna do. This is how it works. I won't be making a build showcase next week. However, I do want to do another event. I haven't done this for 6 months. Last one was for the Halloween meta. I called it a community build showcase. So we'll have people that may want to work on a video that has little to no NFTs. Some NFTs will be allowed, that being one Common Ground Town Hall, Express Depot or Express Pier if you want to use those, enchanted ornaments, enchanted fireworks since we can't remove those anyways. Oopsies, and giant Christmas tree since there's just cash boost. Buddy the dog because I don't believe it'll actually do anything for you. Quick builders are fine, or crane bots if you want to leave them in there. Anything that's decorational and has no utility is allowed, of course. So if you want to participate in this, I'm only gonna allow 10 people to participate. You need to just send me a direct message right now telling me that you actually do plan on doing I can't really call it no NFT build, but like just a community build showcase thing. Just let me know that you want to do it and I'll let you know. I'll tell you, okay, yeah, you're in, I'll reserve you a spot. I only want 10 people participating in this. So if like 12 or 14 people message me and I already have 10 people, I'm just gonna let them know we already got 10 people that are gonna participate in this. I don't want you wasting your time if that's, you know, but yeah, pretty much. I just don't want you wasting your time if it's more than 10 people. If you still want to do it, then great, but like I'm only gonna showcase the 10 people that actually made it. If it's like another person beyond the 10 wants to do it, the only way they would get in this and this little event that I made is if one of the 10 original people that I approved did not submit something in time, which would be a shame. But yeah, that's the only way. Pretty much 10 people I will allow to participate in this. Your goal to make at least a decent sushi boat build for this next competition with these limits on the NFTs. It doesn't have to be amazing. Now, of course, if you want to win first place, it probably will have to be amazing. No pressure though. But as long as it makes a decent amount of sushi boats, you know, that's fine. Just like the last one, I want you to run your design for at least 2 hours. So I got to see the production monitor has got to be at minimum 2 hours. I suppose if it's a couple seconds before that 2 hour mark, it's fine, but I really do want to see at least 2 hours. If anything, I'll just ask you to take more screenshots. You gotta send me a screenshot of the entire production monitor so I can verify that nothing suspicious is going on there. And yeah, you would just send me a direct message with all that information again. Visualizer file. I don't need any recordings because I think last time the way I did it, I just didn't. Maybe I did share a recording. I could be wrong. But no, I don't want to. I don't want to accept the recordings. I'll just accept pictures, 4 different angles of your build, which basically means. Oh. Basically means a picture of this. Oh, actually, the best way to do it, picture like this, rotate, Scroll down on the production monitor. Picture of this. Rotate again. Scroll down the production monitor. If it reaches the end, then that's cool. Picture. What I mean by picture, screenshot, same thing. Would be the best way to present it to me, because these pictures will be shared on Discord, and like you really don't. Ideally, you don't want it to be like 10 pictures. Just stick to 4 or whatever you need to show off this. You can send me a picture of the visualizer. You don't have to though, because I do those myself, so they all kind of look the same. But I do need the visualizer file. And what visualizer you use. I assume most people are using Townstar Planner, but if for some reason you use another visualizer, that's completely fine. If that's the case, just tell me which visualizer you use. Jeff says, I don't use any visualizer on my test builds. On your test builds. See, if you were to participate in this little community build showcase that I'm doing, I would want a visualizer file. Yeah, that would actually be a requirement. I'll start accepting entries now. I see I got a direct message already. But yeah, I'll accept entries up to the point where we got 10 people, or until the deadline happens, I guess. And the deadline to submit it would be Sunday, at the end of Sunday, pretty much, my time. I guess it would be Monday, 0 UTC. Anything after that might be invalid. There might be like exceptions. Like if you're already done and you just need to run it for 2 hours, I guess that's fine. Yeah, no, obviously if you share the design with me for this purpose, I'm going to share it on Discord. People will be allowed to see it and vote on it. I forgot to mention here, but if you want to provide a description on how things work, that's completely fine. If anything, that might help you win votes. Because I remember last time the person who won had a very good description of their build. They ended up not using any green timer windmills, and I guess that was to their advantage. Which is great because, yeah, they won. I think they were the only one that did not use green timer windmills. And the way it's going to work, again, is going to be a voting system. I will set up a channel for it. It's basically the same as this channel. I believe it's still here. I believe everybody can still see it. But I will share all 10 entries and the player who made the entry, all the information I was provided. People will be able to check them out, maybe learn something from them. Probably maybe copy them even, to be honest. Like, let's admit that there's some people that will probably copy the ones they like. But hopefully people learn how different people create these designs. And these different types of ideas can still work. They can still be competitive. And there will be at minimum 4 prizes here. At minimum, I say. Last time there were 3 main prizes here. This time there will be 4. Although there won't be as amazing of a prize as Rare Water Tower, at least not for this one. But the prizes will be... First place will get to pick either a full set of Miranda skins or a rare wheat stand. Plus you get 500 Gala just on top of that. That's a little extra. Whatever you don't pick, second place gets that. So second place, you're kind of stuck with whatever the first place didn't pick. So if you don't already have a full set of skins, awesome. If you do, I guess you can sell them. I don't know. Or the rare wheat stand, in first place didn't pick that. Technically, the Miranda skins, I believe, are the more expensive option. They're the higher priced option. Full set of Miranda skins is probably like $60 or $80 now, somewhere around there, 60 or 70. Rare wheat stand's about 50. Third place would get Rare Gasoline Refinery. Fourth place gets the common Bitru wheat stand, the one that gives 2 passive wheat and a couple of town points. If there are more than 5 entries, I will probably add additional prizes that are random spin. So it doesn't matter how many votes you got, I'll do spins and a random person will get those. Like if I happen to buy like 4 vending machine packs for the hell of it, and I get uncommons, I would probably just give those uncommons away, to be honest. They're not going to be much help, but a random free NFT, right? Hopefully it's not trash. I don't think last time it was trash. I think it was decent stuff. But there's that, you know? You want to participate. Hopefully you actually have fun doing it. That's the thing. Gotta be fun. Probably don't do it if you think it's not gonna be fun at all. And don't do it if you 100% expect to win something, because you might not even win something. It happened on the last one. You might not win anything. It's a possibility. Unless there's only 4 people, then I suppose you will definitely win something. But we'll see, you know, how many people want to participate in this little event that I made. And yeah, that's about it for that. So the town hall is about to start in a minute. What I am going to do here is jump on the Discord stage. Turn off the background music. Edit my audio. So you should be able to hear them once they start talking. So I'm not actually hearing anything right now. That's the Discord music. That's not it. They are recording it though. I don't want to hear the Discord music. All right. Well, if they are talking, let me know, because right now I can't actually hear anything. Let's see. I no audio yet. Would be a shame if for some reason there's no audio on my side. For no freaking reason. Audio is on? No audio here. They are talking? That's strange. I legit have no audio on my side. Like, I can't even hear them. So let's see. I don't want to leave it, because then I can't join it again. Voice and video settings. Let's see. Outputs. See, my audio works. This is risky, but I'm gonna disconnect and reconnect, because there is no audio on here. Oh, you know what it could be? Nope, no audio. Wow. That's a shame. I can't hear it at all. Well, that sucks. That sucks. Yeah. There's no audio. At least not on my side. Now what I could probably do is try it on my phone, but it's not going to record it at all. Oh well. I'm not going to be able to listen into this, guys. At least not on here. I wonder why. Yeah. I'm not the only one with no audio either, apparently. Chandra, is it not that Discord music is turned off? I can turn the music on, but it's not going to do anything unless you guys want to hear that. That's the only thing you're going to be able to hear, though. Turn on music? I mean, I'll leave the music on, I suppose, but it's not working. Let me go back to my settings. Oh, I thought that was lobby music for the stage? No, I believe it is, yeah. Try it in browser? Oh, sure, yeah, I can try it in browser. That's a good idea, though. I am gonna try it in browser. I cannot hear it either. Yeah, some people definitely can't hear this. I'm not the only one that's having this issue.
Something about myself. So it's not just
We can hear it.
there.
I'm just not gonna be able to show you guys.
And I also have cats. I love animals, and I love making bread. Bread is life. I love bread. Hopefully we will get more competitions with bread, but it's not always the best for the game. But I always try to push things. So let's see if we can make some bread during the year. Yeah, and Ginobili is the new PM. So Ginobili, maybe you can introduce yourself as well.
Yeah, everyone. I'm your new product manager on Townstar. I'm working on the monthly content and creating new NFT. Delivers a rich, full feature experience for you guys. So we have a lot of stuff coming in, right, Isma?
Yep. We have a lot prepared.
Yeah, it works on the browser.
Baby steps. So what is going to be happening today? As Doug mentioned, we have a little agenda for this first, or the Phoenix AMA. I'm sorry. So first of all, we're gonna discuss a little bit about what we have been working on. There's a couple of features that
I can show you that. That's quarter.
About it. And after that, we will make a brief explanation on why and how we are managing the changes inside Gala, because as you already know, we are new to the teams. There has been some rotation, so we will be addressing that as well, and how we would like to align the rest of the year with you guys. And yeah, and after that, we will have a Q&A segment. The idea is to not swamp it, so we have already some selected from you guys that were able to send it yesterday, but we will take live questions as well. So be ready with your questions too.
Good, maybe they'll answer them.
Okay, so do not drag this too much. Okay. So first of all, we have some team member rotation, as I mentioned, right? So we haven't been able to declare everything because there has been a lot of movement inside the company. But what you guys should know is that we are preparing and we're taking full custody of Downstar, and we really like to take it further. And for that, we also need the community. I know it has been quite bumpy the couple of months. It has been bumpy for us as well because we have been to get accustomed, and one of the things that we want to avoid is that to skip releases. I mean, our community is not maybe in prime, but we really like to make it thrive and weak, so we can just keep as we take the game what needs to be done. Be mindful, and I'm sorry if are tackling right now, and be sending you guys clear dates on what is or what not. But we can let you know that in the next quarter we'll be reaching 3 things, right? These are really important for us. These are more immediate things that we would like to get out. And one thing is that it was asked on the formulary is that what about gems? So gems are coming back. Gems was something that was quite advanced when we took over, but not quite there yet. So we really want to finish that feature and just release it to you guys, so we have another pillar on the economy, right? So that's going to be the first thing that we will be releasing in the next quarter. That is going to be gems. What is also another thing that we will like to do, and we are actually aligning for that, is the improvements on server and general performance. I know we have had quite a couple of lag days. That's something that we're reviewing. We are trying to understand what is happening. It's gonna probably take us a little more time than gems, as it is a structural problem. But it's something that we have like really high priority on our backlog, right? We really want to improve how the game is running. And the last thing that it will be tackled this quarter is about soil. There's many things that has been discussed previously on soil, and there's some relationship with dirt, right? We will talk it further with the Q&A section, but we're planning on releasing soil
those types
during
of
the
gems.
next quarter as well. So
soil
these are the
next
three
quarter.
main elements that we
heard that before
working
though,
right now.
Okay.
Gems, release it, finish it and release it, improvements on the performance, and soil. I don't know if you guys have any questions so far. You can just start dropping it there. Isman Ginobili, are you? Yes, we are located in Chile as well. Far in the south.
Okay.
Thank you guys. Okay. If there's no many, what do gems do soil doesn't? I think that's gonna be maybe an answer for another AMA because it's quite extensive what both things will do. But essentially, it's having more ways to you guys to play around. Right?
I'll talk about
gems
this later.
Is going to be another
there's a
thing
reason
that we will probably use in many areas, not only on the loop cycle. We can do it as a reward. We can just give it away as well. It's something. It's another tool for us as well. So it tackles many things, and soil does not do quite the same. So I think we can explain further, but today we will need designer as well. It's not present with us. Okay, so I'm gonna move ahead. We can just take more questions later on. Okay, so just circling back to what I just said just now. So we have our current team priorities and goals. Sorry, Mayhem. Okay, yes, we have a current team priorities and goals. And as we're taking over, one of the things that we will be doing is solidifying our production processes. So we will be doing live ops. As I mentioned, we will not skip releases, but we will also like to keep doing development. And that development, it's going to be tricky because there's many things that are on the backlog. There are promises, right? But there are also things that are really like halfway through. So it is a complex task to evaluate everything and start putting it on a line, right? So that's one of our main goals is to do that. Close any open development and release it. Second goal, as I just mentioned, there are many things that were already announced. Some things were already work. Some things are a promise, but we really like to clean it, and to do that, we need to close everything that is open right now. Gems is part of that. Soil is part of that, right? So I believe in the next quarter, it's going to have more meat, you may say, but we will evaluate all promises, right? And what is going to be feasible for our development for the next 2 quarters of the year. And that's going to be the third main goal for this quarter, is to actually put ahead everything that has been promised, right? I know there's many features, and some of those are connected, and some of those already have partial implementation. So all of those things I will take into account, and we will prioritize accordingly when that time comes, right? Okay, sorry. There's more questions, but there are too many to answer right away. So, Doc, maybe we can just start doing the Q&A officially. I will just, guys, read you a couple of things that I found on the formulary, right?
Ask your questions, guys, but not too many.
To many questions. But Doug, if you can maybe select a couple so we can just read them after this from the chat. Okay, I mean, yeah. Thank you. Okay, so the first. Sorry. Yeah.
No, I was reading the chat, but go ahead.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt. Okay, the first question is for DeFi NLO.
DeFi, shout out to
the question
DeFi.
is, can team make it known which game bugs they are aware of and which are currently being worked on? Thanks. Okay, yeah. I mean, there are many bugs currently in the game. Some of those are quite ugly, but not game breaking, and some are game breaking, even though they're not quite visible. So we take all the
It's a good way to
parts
describe it.
and try to prioritize accordingly. But we have a priority list right now. So game crashing bugs is the first thing that we tackle. Then everything that is from the live ops. So everything that we do every week for a release needs to be also tackled first. And then we tackle everything that it's additional. Let's say if there's a new feature, obviously there's a major QA part on that involved, but that's pretty much the priority that we have. Everything that crashes the game, live ops, and then additional bugs. And in that regard, we're actually currently investigating the fast forward bug. There's a couple of things happening with the fast forward, and it has been quite difficult actually. Each week we discard some possibilities on why it's happening, but we haven't been able to find the root cause. So each week we're getting closer, but it has been a tough one. And that's important because, as I mentioned, there are many issues happening with the fast forward. So that's on our bucket as first priority.
So they haven't been able to fix.
Okay, the next
fast
question is
bug.
from. Sorry if I said it wrong. Some of these names are not quite familiar for me. So, Jiffy Sailor. Jiffy Sailor?
Jiffy. I call him Jeff Sailor.
The question is, will there remain or be renamed? And where will it go live on chain? Will Dirt be used as a sync in game, or are we still getting gems? Okay, so as I mentioned before, we're still getting
Neville,
gems.
I don't agree.
Dirt and soil are sort of bonded together, and it will remain like that for now. And a more concrete plan on what is going to happen with the soil and dirt and how much it's going to cost and how we will do the permutation and everything related to that, it will be released before June. We will do the press for the soil. In the meantime, I can only tell you that we will be working on these three elements: gems, dirt, and soil, and we will be having upcoming releases in the next couple of months. So that's for Jeffy Sailor. Thank you for your question. And the last one is from Planet Bob.
Planet Bob.
Okay, so the question goes, will the competitions remain in the current format, one per week, mass reward, plus NFT reward every month? For the foreseeable future, will there be any changes to the format or rewards? Okay, so as I mentioned before, our current goal for the team is to solidify our production processes. So making too many changes right off the bat usually bring more chaos than control. So I think it's a good idea to maybe reevaluate some of these things, but not for now. For now, we are
it's not the priority.
Really focused on gems, soil.
Why would it be?
And improving the performance of the game. So, but anyways, out of these questions, and out of curiosity, if you have any suggestions on how the event or the reward structure should be, or something that you would like to see in the game, I mean, everything is welcome. I know that we sometimes don't reply, especially in the last couple of months. It has been quite hectic.
I don't think I ever replied.
Do read everything. Doug passes along almost all comments. So if you have any questions, suggestions for the event and how we can improve it or change it or pivot, everything is really welcome.
So the information.
That's pretty much all the questions that I had planned from before. Doug, are there any more?
Only 3 people ask questions.
I think that we can. There are a few questions about the May High. There's a question that always appears during April, of course. People are asking if you have something.
Oh, people were asking since last month.
Prepare for that. Do we have something?
Okay, so I believe May Mayhem on the 21, 22, and 23 have some reach that I don't think it's that clear. Right now it's going to happen. We do in Townstar have planned a couple of discounts considering May. So we will be releasing extra sales during May. But about May Mayhem, I think I don't have the answer for that.
Yeah, they don't actually know yet. I kind of figured.
Cool. Let me see. I can answer this, but people are asking if how many of the team actually play or have played the game. Of course, the team plays the game. Guys, come on. I also play. I play a lot in the past and still play from time to time. So that's for sure part of the thing. Let's see. There are questions about soil sinks. I think this is a thing for the future. There are very specific questions like, oh, can we update the number of NFTs in the guild library and etc. And these are the kind of thing we're gonna review the chat later, everyone, and get the inputs. I can see that even like Ginobili is reading everything, is already taking a lot of ideas from you here. So let me see. Why there sometimes are errors or incorrect information on the announcements. We're trying to improve that, but let me see questions here for the team.
Okay.
There's one for gems that I also want to know. It's a very specific one. Like gems in game currency will be used for NFT upgrades, and I'm curious about that too. Isma.
So that is related to NFT, so upgradable NFTs, and that's a discussion further ahead. I will not discard it. It's actually a good suggestion, but I cannot confirm right now if it's going to be part of upgradable NFTs.
All right.
I can see a comment for Simon.
I don't think it's necessary.
He just comment. Oh, so good to hear their plans for the game again. Thank you. That's glad to hear. There's a question about any plans to improve or change the guild features.
So the guild features.
Would assume not a priority.
Guild is also, let's say, it combines with a couple of other features, that being upgradable NFTs, right? So those are higher priority than extending current features right now. Obviously, if we have problems, let's say bugs regarding that, we will try to tackle them. But other than that, we will probably go through our current backlog before expanding what we have.
Mm-hmm. And there is a question about they, of course, comment about Michelle. Michelle was the last community manager that she worked only for Townstar. And then, there are always questions in Score like, can we get a new Michelle and etc. And then I'm gonna address this as the main community manager right now here for games. So I'm dealing with most of the games, and I tried, of course, to do my best. I'm only one person, but of course, the situation with Michelle was way better than even the other games had, as she was.
I mean, he knows
not only
that.
CM, but she was like dealing with little details and playing the game together with the community every day. One thing that I want to ask is other gaming. I was part of other gaming communities, and as just a player in other places, I even help a lot. Sometimes I remember creating like wiki pages. I created like spreadsheets for games like EVE Online in the past and etc. Just like as a game player. So, for example, one thing in Discord that we have the exclamation point commands where we say like to get a craft or information about the game. Right now, we don't have a lot of recipes there, and I can add the recipes very quickly. But I do ask the team, not the team, but the community. So anyone from the community can help. We can from time to time I can stay there in Discord, and we together in like 30 minutes, myself and another 2 or 3 players, we can chat a little bit, and then we can get recipes right. It's more about Discord formatting, like word formatting, and then I can add the whole batch of recipes that is missing in like a 30 minutes or an hour. So feel free to open anyone.
It's a good suggestion, but I understand why they can't do that.
Feel free. And remember that even in way bigger games, like these major AAA games, a lot of things are done by the community too. So feel free to help and also be part there. Let's see other questions.
Although my Townstar Play
There
with
is a
bot is
question,
amazing.
very specific one that's
amazing.
related even to about that. But would player sales logs be made available so the community leaderboards can be built? Maybe a API or something like that.
Oh, an API would be great.
Anything like that is possible?
That's been brought up a lot of times.
I don't think I can. Yeah, I can answer that. I can circle back with the team to evaluate. Yeah, I don't want to give you false promises.
He has no idea.
There's some questions about DeFi with Vexi, and the best place to ask that is in the Vexi Discord. But I'm gonna pass any questions to the Vexi team, so we can.
I'm sorry, but that's just not. This is not the place to ask these questions with Vexi, in my opinion.
Reading the questions. Let's see. Oh, I'm reading now the questions that we had a few people talking in the main Townstar Discord. There's Will Bake commenting from, I'm impressed. There are 124 people in this meeting. That's a good attendance. Glad that everyone show up today.
To be fair, people
thanks a lot to the community
info.
for being here present. I mean, this helps a lot having you guys give your feedback and questions and where to see and where to push. Sometimes it goes far over our heads, but community is super important for us. So thanks again.
And there's a question maybe more about game design, but from MX. Will you add different tasks for the daily events? It's kind of boring to keep redoing the same ones. So the question is possible to add different tasks for the daily events?
I will say this. I believe it's possible. We haven't reviewed it, internally yet, as it is lower priority. But now that you mention it, there's something that we can tackle maybe in the near future.
I don't think that should be their priority. Clearly, they haven't done it because they don't have enough people for it.
Gem Guild. Any marketing plans to bring more players to Townstar? More like a open generic question.
This gets asked a lot.
Okay, yeah, I mean, we always are trying to do some press so we can have some organic growth as well. But it's far from us right now to see if we can actually expand it even further. Yep.
It's usually not the answer people were expecting.
Keep posting in the chat, everyone. I can see that the team here is getting a lot of input from everything that you're typing. I can see the log here, and there are like dozens and dozens of ideas and inputs that they got from this chat here. Jimmy commented about the daily tasks. He's too wanted some change. Let me see. Nibble a bit comment about Townstar Academy NFT, so you can build more crafts. Can you explain a little bit more, Nibble, in the chat, please? Okay, there's a few comments about the main.
The Townstar Academy NFT. That's what he meant.
Even comments about the winter survivors. We even have like a Discord role in the main, like in the Gala games, Discord for the winter survivors from the last cycle.
That's not very relevant.
Okay, so
sorry
to interrupt you. Please go ahead. Oh, is that I see some questions regarding the upcoming meta. So maybe we can just close down questions and go to what is going to happen in the next week.
No more questions, guys.
I was about to read the same question, so go. Feel free, go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, definitely we have some upcoming content. We have, as I mentioned, additional sales that will be happening during May. This is going to be special sales. Do not relate it, please, with May Mayhem yet. That's not part of our lane, but it's going to be quite similar. So our next competition is going to be quite fishy. We have 3 new crafts, and we also have a sale going live today. But maybe Ginobili, are you still there? Maybe you can do a little brief on what is happening on next week's competition.
The product manager, Ginobili.
Yeah, of course. So as we announced, we have the competition for sushi boats, right? So we're selling sushi boats in this new event. And for that event, we are having a new sale called Vending Machines. So it's a gacha pack with new possibilities.
Well, she calls it gacha pack.
And we hope you like it.
She knows what it is. She knows what a gacha pack is. They know.
Okay, and regarding
Gacha
the
packs.
same...
it doesn't really make sense, to be honest.
Pun intended.
But, all right.
So what is coming next? We are aiming to have one of these AMAs that are shorter than the previous version, but we would like to have one each month. And besides that, we will increase our engagement with the community.
This is what Mirandus is doing, though.
Each week, some additional information.
I like the sound of that, but we'll see where that leads to.
Be present and let you guys know what we have been building. I know there's a lot of uncertainty, so this is pretty much trying to cover that. We are currently every day in the game, trying to make it better and finding the right answers for it. So please be sure that we are actually working on it. But yeah, the idea is to clarify how that goes every week and every month. So you can expect more of these AMAs in the future.
At least once a month. You know, it's not the same as once every 2 weeks
or
every week.
That's pretty much all what we have announced for today. Any closing notes, Doc?
Just to remember everyone that
there's really not much.
We are always reading the Discord chat.
There you go. Farmer Michelle asking for a job.
Talking about how I address any concern or suggestion or even bug report. Usually what I do, I take this out these messages and then pass to the team. And just
great way to shoot your shot.
Knows, a lot of times, for example, when there's a bug, the team needs time to check. There's a process and etc. So that's why, for example, that is difficult to answer like back in hours or in the next day. So asking everyone still to be patient about that. We're doing everything to improve.
I think it's just you, those 6 slots, and it's not AI.
Everything that we do there. So keep there in the Townstar chat, talking, and we are there to listen and also engage with all. So. And let's see. I think we're close to we're ending our time here.
Really? It's only been half an hour.
And I'm reading. I even see there's people coming in the other Downstar discussion. So right now we're going to wrap up our town hall. And any last message, Isma or Ginobili?
Yeah, once again, thanks a lot to the community. Thank you, Doug, for setting this up. I know it was our first AMA in this format. Hopefully the next ones will be better with more content as well.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. We're going to see each other in the next Townstar Hall that we're going to announce in the future. So stay tuned. Once again, thank you, everyone. And see you next time.
Thank you. See you guys.
See you.
So I kind of joined this late, but from my understanding, Isma is the lead. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, because I missed the first 4 minutes because audio isn't working on Discord. I had to use the browser. And what's her name again? I forgot her name, but the other lady that was talking, I believe, is the product manager. I did hear that one. I assume most people know this, but just in case for some reason you don't, because I've seen some people ask, Farmer Michelle didn't leave Gala. Like it wasn't her decision. She got terminated. That's different. So when you get terminated, it doesn't mean you can just come back. They have to be willing to hire you. Like you can't just say, oh, I want my job back. Like that's not how it works. they have to hire them again. So the reason she probably got terminated was for budget cuts because they didn't want to pay like 10 community managers, because she's not the only one. T got terminated. Toyo or Tomaki, sorry, I forget how to pronounce his name, also got terminated just recently. So it's not like she left because she wanted to leave. Clearly, she loves helping out the community. And she probably would be here, but she said she's busy. She's still looking for another job. She's still unemployed. Like it would be awesome to have her, you know, back, but if she's not getting paid and she needs to make a living, then there you go. But she didn't leave just because she wanted to. I don't know why some people seem to have that idea. That lady announcing the competition in NFT was AI. Really? Then I'm AI too, because oh, this didn't seem like AI to me. Maybe AI is that good. Who the heck knows? Let me fix my background audio first. Ginobili, thanks, C-Money. Yeah, her name was Ginobili. That one's kind of hard to remember, but with enough time, you know, if they're actually communicating with us on Discord as they should be, we will remember their names. And I think there was supposed to be some other person that probably didn't show up. Maybe he's too busy working on the game. Maybe the lead developer, who the heck knows? I missed a couple messages here. Oh yeah, Nibble, I did mess around with the audio settings here. And that did not fix it at all. But the browser method works, so that's cool. But yeah, I changed my outputs and even my inputs. None of it worked. Like, I don't know what was going on with the audio here. It just didn't work. And, well, Solano said he's missing his NFTs from OpenSea. I mean, it sounds like your account got hacked. Celio, Souza, they stole my NFTs on OpenSea. You need to elaborate more, but it sounds like your account got hacked, if that's what you're saying. Or you got scammed. Spartan says, since there is no Mayhem this year, let's do Dub Mayhem giveaway. Possibly, yeah. Potentially, that's about as good as it will get, right? She sounded Asian. Honestly, C-Money, she reminded me of Kiki. She kind of did remind me of Kiki. So if... most of you probably don't know who I'm talking about. Okay, so really not that much information was announced. I gotta agree with KIBL Rap here that they really didn't share much. So what is new that they did share? Let's go over that first. Gems are gonna be coming back. I assume most of you here know what gems are, but gems were or are supposed to be a soft currency in the game. If you play Champions Arena, because this is the best way I can explain it, Champions Arena has gems, and you can easily buy the gems on mobile or even on a Gala game store, and you can use those gems to do things in there. Now, the reason I don't really like the idea is because that was the whole purpose of Soil. Soil was supposed to be spent in the game. But the only reason I understand why they would do gems is if they eventually do add Townstar in mobile, so people can download it, and then they'll add in-game microtransactions so that people will be able to spend like $100 for a certain amount of gems so they can use it, you know, to receive buffs. That is the reason why I would understand they would want to add gems. Because some of the people that may be competing or playing might not be too much into crypto, which I know doesn't make that much sense right now, but it is possible that would be the reason they want to use gems for. I don't actually think it's necessary though. Like, I don't think it's necessary for them to add gems back when we could just use Soil, but maybe it'll be for a bigger audience. You know, not the audience that isn't that much into crypto, but like everybody that's playing Townstar right now should have an idea of crypto. I guess that's not actually true because I've talked with some people that aren't really into crypto and yet they're still playing the game. So there's that. Yeah, the addition of gems coming back. It's kind of strange, but okay. They talked about their main 3 goals for the next quarter are adding gems, improving the performance of the game, whatever that meant. You mean, I would hope that's less lag, right? and soil release, but they didn't give us any more information other than saying soil release. Makes me think that they still have a lot to work on here. They did say it was a bumpy process, so they were probably still transitioning for the past 4 months, I would assume, and like still getting informed about how the game works and everything that's being worked on. It is possible that the Easter eggs meta was probably their first actual new production, you know, since we had a lot of reruns. And I don't remember any new competitions between January and March, and I don't think so. Vogue says maybe soil for upgrading NFTs and gems for game perks. That would be fine, I guess. That would work. I don't think gems should be used for upgrading NFTs either. I think that should just be soil. Or else it'll just kind of devalue the soil, and that's not a good thing. But gems for certain in-game perks, I suppose, would be fine. I mean, if they think that can get them more spending, I suppose. It seems like their main goals right now is fixing game crashing bugs. I can't really think of any specific examples unless you guys have an example of a certain bug that causes the game to immediately crash. Not that I've seen. Yeah, game crashes do happen, like disconnects, I suppose. You could say disconnects happen, but it's not a result of like doing something in particular. Competition layout seemingly will remain the same. Like they're not prioritizing changing anything about the competitions right now, since they want to focus more on like they said, soil release or improvements to the game, to the performance of the game. So they're probably not going to bother wasting time right now on changing competition layout or even adding new daily challenges. I know somebody asked about new daily challenges. I would assume that's because they're not prioritizing that. That's why they haven't added any new ones. And that's assuming they even know how to do that right now. I don't know, it just doesn't sound like they've been here long enough to understand how everything works. Like they've probably only been here 3 or 4 months, so they had to learn all this crap to eventually get an understanding of how to properly make updates and you know, changes to the game. As for May Mayhem, as I expected, I did say this. I didn't expect them to share any information on May Mayhem. They don't actually know there will be a Mayhem. If there will be, we probably won't find out until the first couple days of May. But at this point, probably not. Probably won't be a May Mayhem, but once again, won't know for sure until the first couple days of May. But, you know, I would probably bet on no at this point. They did say there will be sales. That was predictable, though. I would expect there to be sales during May. That'd be as close as you get for May Mayhem. So they can get people to buy some stuff. Herb says we got tofu and fragrance diffuser earlier this year. Did we? Oh, but I think we said that it was the previous team that probably came up with those. I think that's what we had said. Whoops, that was the wrong tab that I closed. I meant to close Discord. There goes the background music. Let's shuffle and see what comes up. Okay. You want to see a better single player mode, C-Money? I really don't think that should be the priority right now. I really don't think many of the people right now care about the single player mode. Vulture says, morning. Yeah, it wasn't an idea for gems to NFT upgrading, but rather seeing if they were going to use gems for NFT upgrading. As you said, devaluing use case for soil. Yeah, that's true. And they didn't actually say exactly what the gems would be used for. Maybe they did say the word perks, but they did not give a good example for that. So yeah, May Mayhem, unclear if it'll happen at this moment. Probably not, though. As in like a May Mayhem that people were expecting like $1 million prizes or additional prizes, probably not. But sales will happen. That's all I wrote because that seemed like all that was really important too, right? They did mention something about a fast forward bug, and it's been a tough one to fix. So they admit that they know about it, but they haven't been able to fix it. I assume they're talking about the Wizards, the enchanted ornaments and the Wizards Workshop bug. but they didn't actually specify which fast forward bug. I think they even said multiple fast forward bugs, but that's the main one that people know about. See, when he says not priority, but something casual to introduce players. Yeah, because that current single player Town Star casual modes, I don't think it's even fun. I find practice mode and just messing around with the game more fun. But of course, the competitions are the most fun part. That's just me. I think there's at least some people that think the daily challenges are fun, but only to a certain point. So yeah, basically not too much information announced for the AMA. Oh, they did say they're going to try to do one every month. Yeah, let me type that out. They will aim for one Town Star AMA / Town Hall every month. And aim for more communication in Discord, which I will believe it when I see it. I would love to see more communication from them, because right now, clearly, it just sounds like they're new. Sorry, I was replying to a question. But yeah, I would love to see them talk more in the actual Discord channel. Oh gosh, there was a bunch of stuff here. Nibble says single player mode would mean a lot if they hit prizes in an NFT under Hard Rock's Timber move. I suppose, though it could probably get abused, you know, with multi-accounting. Yeah, Farmer Michelle says, not sure what country you reside in, but Town Star earnings don't do much in the USA. Still a super fun game, though. Just not money I can rely on. And I mean, yeah, she has a good point. Are some people asking her to just play the game and leave off the earnings? That's not how it works. But it's cool to see, you know, people love Farmer Michelle and everything she did for the game. But while she was employed at Gala, man, people would just treat her like a punching bag. And I mean, she knew. Like, I've talked with her before on that. Like, it's kind of to be expected. Because if you're the messenger, you take all the hits. That sucks. And I don't know, maybe, who knows for sure why she got terminated. I assume it's because of budget cuts, because Gala didn't want to pay 10 community managers. I don't know. Nobody will ever know. Maybe Duck Sunny knows, but yeah, we won't know. See Money, what if she streams and starts an online personality? That probably could work, to be honest. If she's up for that. Now, I don't know how much money she wants to make, though, so she probably won't make as much as she could actually working a job, to be honest, but, But the thing with streaming is, you gotta enjoy actually streaming and treat it more as a hobby, because streaming's not something you can really treat as a job unless you're making, like, actual full-time income from it. So it's like really, it's either too much of a, it probably is, it is too much of a risk in most cases. It's a cool suggestion though. I think if Farmer Michelle started streaming Town Star, I do think people would watch. Maybe she'll get more people watching than me. But that's cool, you know. You want to stream Town Star, go for it. Do you work, Dub? Technically, I work part-time and I help my dad with invoicing for his company. Otherwise, that's about it. Now, I make money from other means, and I do have money coming in from people who are supporting me on here, which I appreciate very much. Appreciate you all. And that is one of the main reasons why I'm able to still spend time helping people out here and playing the game. I'm gonna play the game regardless. I like playing Townstar, and I'll probably still stream it regardless. But I still have time actually working on build showcases and keeping up with updating the Townstar playbook and like working on stuff that I want to work on, and even have opportunities provided to me where I can do giveaways, which is awesome. Yeah. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't do giveaways. I mean, I still have my Discord, but yeah, it's cool. So I do kind of treat this as a job since I am getting money from supporters. Yeah. I wonder if Michelle would be up for starting a YouTube channel and streaming Townstar. But yeah, it's not that many viewers. You don't make money from the ads, I can tell you that. Maybe make like $5 from the ads. Jarmod, what's up? Shanra, I think they were implying in the beginning, play to earn was supposed to be life-changing and people could live off it. Oh, probably. I mostly blame the clickbait channels. You know, all those clickbait channels saying, oh, you'll earn 500. Oh, no, wait. You'll earn $100 or $200 a day playing this game. And I remember 2 of those channels, and yeah, they were full of shit. And I understand probably the main reason they wanted to do it was because they earn money from the videos. So I get that reasoning, but they did or they do screw people over doing. I don't like doing clickbait. If ever, I try to avoid it. It probably would help me earn money or get me more subscribers or whatever, but like that's not the reason I'm doing videos. Like I'm not gonna screw people over that way. Actually, there are ways that if I wanted to, I could make money off doing it, off sponsors or supporting shady shit, but I don't want to do that. Like I've seen the amount of money that what you call it, sponsoring gambling related stuff can net you, and if I wanted to, I could do that, but I don't want to do that. It's a terrible idea. I hate the whole concept of them selling mystery boxes and gacha stuff. I know people love it, they love gambling, but yeah, you lose a lot of money doing that. May Mayhem had amazing prizes in 2021 and 2022, and I'm sure we would love to see that again. But with the current market, it just doesn't make sense. Like, why would they spend $1 million and maybe only get a couple thousand players that will maybe stick around for a few months and then just stop playing again because the game's not up to where it needs to be? We still have more to see. The addition of soil, if all the sinks are in place, would be huge, but clearly it's not ready yet, so that's unfortunate. But it sounds like they haven't given up on it yet, which is obviously very good. They're still going to keep working on it. But it's a new team. Now, I look at the Miranda's team. It was a new team. People were really doubtful when they introduced them. It was like 8 people that actually showed up for the AMA, though, for the Miranda's team, so I'll give them credit. Only 2 people showed up for this Downstar one, not counting Duck Sunny. But the Miranda's team is showing that they know what they're doing. That's great. We'd love to see that for Townstar. So, we'll see. If anything, this was just an intro like somebody mentioned before. So Tweet says, Townstar, it's a great game that you play only for the love of the game. It's not actually an income source. Some people would treat it as an income source, and I guess it depends on where you live, right? But maybe $5 or $10 worth of Gala is like a decent amount. Like it's worth the day playing and the game. Then again, it's a game also. Like you have to enjoy the game. But yeah, you can play a game and you can earn maybe like a day's worth of income depending on where you live. That's huge. So yeah, I do think some people are playing this for the income because it's worth it. Like they want to have fun, they want to play a game, but they also want to earn some money. So this is meeting those demands or requirements. You know, that's cool. But at least in the United States, you cannot rely off the earnings that you get from here. Like I'll get 11K Gala, and at the moment, what is that? Not as much as it used to be a couple months ago. 11K Gala is at the top of my head, it's like $200. Just checking the playbook. Yeah, it's about 200. It would be so much better if the Gala token price was higher, of course. That's what we're all waiting for, because then the prizes from the leaderboards, the competition is like so much better. That does actually attract more people to play, but they will play harder. So some of you who are getting top 1200 right now, or like barely top 900, if the Gala price does happen to go up to like 10 cents, you probably won't even be able to get top 1200 anymore, because there'll be so much more competition. So you're really going to need to get a lot better at the game. Like I would think at one point, if everything works out right, me sharing the build showcases will not be enough to get you in the top 1200. And that's even if I decide to share the build showcases, because at one point I was thinking far in the future, I would only share build showcases for most of the competitions to supporters only. But you know, at some point we'll get other people that, you know, if Townstar is popular enough, we'll get other people who enjoy playing the game and streaming. They'll stream, they'll be bigger YouTubers than me. You guys will forget about me. You'll go watch the other person. Who knows? I'm joking. But yeah, they'll share stuff too, you know. I'm not even going to be the best player at some point, I think. But I still love the game, don't get me wrong. I'm still going to play it. Now, Claire Obscure's Expedition 33 came out Thursday, so I've been playing that. And I probably will continue to play it all weekend. But this weekend, I will still work on my own sushi boat build for this competition. I still have fun doing that. I'm just not going to work on the no NFT build, but I will make a video on the competition details and the designs that other people have come up with that we want to share. Yeah, like Farmer Michelle, there you go, maybe. So Tweet says, oh, and you spend so much more than you win to keep your ranks. Yeah, that's true. It is, you know, it's an investment though. It is. Gala doesn't like us using that word, but oh, by the way, guys, did you know that you can talk about token price in Gala Games Discord now? I was informed by Benefactor that that is allowed. At least that's what he said on Gala Gold, which it's Gala Gold, but come on, that rule applies everywhere, I assume. I don't think he meant we can only do that in Gala Gold. I think we can do that across the entire Discord. But you are allowed to talk about token price. Now, if you think, oh, that means, oh, I can tell people the Gala token price is shit and it's going to zero. If you think you can say that on Gala Discord, you are going to get banned right away, because you obviously still can't FUD. So it kind of limits what you can say about the token price, obviously, but you obviously still cannot FUD. If you're FUDing, you're just gonna get timed out or banned, obviously. Figured I mentioned that just in case some people thought that's what that meant. Oblivion Remaster, I saw the stream Beceda did. Sorry, I might be mispronouncing it. That's cool that they announced that. I never played the original Oblivion. I did think that was a huge announcement, and the fact that it released the same day, I'm like, damn, there's a shadow drop right there. I think at one point I will try to play the Oblivion Remaster, just to see how it goes, because I never played Oblivion. But yeah, that's cool. But no, I'm not playing the Oblivion Remaster right now. So Tweet says, if you don't be rich streaming Townstar, nobody will. We love you, I appreciate that. I suppose it's possible if Townstar blows up in a good way, you know, if it gets a bunch of people, crypto goes up a lot, the prizes are actually good, the viewership's good, or even if referrals are good because there's so many people playing, then yeah, at that point I would be making a good amount of money. Now, I'm a nice person and I do enjoy doing giveaways. I always love doing giveaways. Even back in the old days when I played RuneScape, and I didn't have that much gold or items. This is kind of going off tangent. But even back in the days when I played RuneScape, I would love doing random draw parties and giving stuff away. Even if I didn't have much, there would always be somebody that didn't have as much as I did, and I would love helping them out. I just love doing that. So if I'm able to keep doing giveaways and stuff, I'll keep doing them. Hopefully I'll have some stuff that I can set up for giveaways on May, but I am working on a new giveaway system. It's going to be in a way where there'll be random trivia questions that you answer, you'll get points, and you'll be able to use those points to enter giveaways. It's a work in progress. I have somebody working on it. It's not finished yet. But that's the idea. I don't actually know if that system will be ready by May though. Don't know how long it'll take. Jeff Saylor says, Dub, I posted the AMA on my YouTube, but included links to your YouTube and Discord. We appreciate how you do. Appreciate that, Jeff. That's a good idea. Yeah, because I didn't even catch the first couple minutes. It said Duck Sunny recorded it, but I don't know where that would be posted. Farmer Michelle said, streaming isn't a consistent enough pay. Unfortunately, as fun as it would be. Yeah, that's true. Jarma says, oh, Dub, you never played Oblivion? You missed out big, bro. No need to rush to the remake, though. This Zeta game is the best enjoyed ripe with mods, lots of mods. I've heard, yeah. I mean, I played Skyrim a lot and I enjoyed it. And Oblivion was the one before Skyrim, right? Elder Scrolls 4 versus Elder Scrolls 5. I'm surprised they haven't come up with a new one. Because I would definitely buy it if it was a new one. But I mean, this is a remaster. I've heard things about it. I mean, it's a fun game. People loved it. It was some people's childhood or something, maybe. It's a rated R game, though, I think. And I mean, it's so much improved graphics and stuff, and they still kept all the bugs that the game had. All the, little bugs and stuff. That's cool. Yeah, one day, hopefully I'll check it out, but not right now. Well, that's all they have for the town hall. Should I just share the info I wrote down? It's not a lot, but yeah, I'll reply to these direct messages in a moment. Sorry, I was thinking about movies for some reason. Is it not an 18+ game, is what I meant to say. Rated R is for movies. M. It's M. Rated M for mature. That's what it is. Got it mixed up. Let's here's what I typed up, but really not that much important stuff was shared right now. Get ready for another thing. Yeah, I expect some people will probably be like, what the heck are gems? I mean, hopefully it answers someone's question. But yeah, there's just a lot of questions that are still, people ask. Please sum up town hall. Yeah, yeah, that's what I just put up here. Just the stuff that I thought was the most important. Now, I probably should have included that Isma and what was her name? Genobi? I probably should have included that they introduced themselves and what the rules are, but like I kind of missed the first couple minutes. Money says, have gems ever been in game, or that's something that's been mentioned before? First time I hear about it. Gems have been mentioned before, back in when the Salt Station was released, which was let me just look at the playbook. I think it was 2022. I feel like it was a long time ago. Apologies for the white screen here. Right? Mayhem 2022, was it? Salt Station? Yep, May 10, 2022. The idea was if you bought the Salt Station, you would receive a certain amount of gems once a gem system was introduced, but it's been almost 3 years and still no gem system. But seems like that's gonna come back. Now, whether you'll still get your gems if you bought the Epic Salt Station from the Gala Game Store, I have no idea. It'd be a miracle if that was the case, but yeah. The idea for gems was basically use it to buy temporary buffs. I think it was around the time we still had the corrupted portal, so it was kind of like that. I don't know what else you would use gems for other than temporary buffs. Oh, we even had that icon in game for gems, but it was removed. Yeah, they had it at the top left at some point. Yeah, gem was mentioned so long ago. Yeah, so it was like 3 years ago. But at some point they just removed it. It used to be up here where the cache is. Let me actually hold on. Let me reply before I forget. Let me go in order here. Scarlet, thank you so much for following me. Is that on Twitch? Yes, on Twitch. Thank you, Scarlet. Appreciate that. Okay. Okay. Okay, and good luck. Probably should have said that. Oh, middleman? Yeah, sure. Yeah. I'll help with that. I will help with your trade. That's me. I unmuted it. Okay. Sure. Just wait for that message. Well, I can tell you that 4 people are interested in partaking in my community build showcase event, so that's cool. See money, is that when the Gempire was formed? No, actually. So I think you're saying that because you're wondering where the Gem Guild came from, but I think they existed before that. Pretty sure they did. Alright, I'm gonna see if there was any more messages that were worth sharing here. Were the Easter eggs sent out? Any new ones? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I remember Michelle says no one wants to watch me stream. She's talking about herself. No one wants to watch me stream. I'm terrible at video games. I love playing them and testing them and supporting them, but I'm not good at playing them at all. I can assure you that it doesn't matter if you're good at playing the games. I've watched some streamers before. They are not all good at playing the games. So that does not matter to everyone. Jarma says soil release. We got dirt and that's converted to soil or something. Yeah, that's the idea. I mean, they didn't specify that, but assuming we go by the same ideas, right? That would be how it works. Them releasing soil without them releasing sinks though is not a good idea in my opinion. So we'll see what happens there. Because yeah, they release soil. They really should release. They should release the sinks for the soil. Otherwise, people would just sell it since it has no utility. If they haven't added the sinks already. Help her do it, Dub? She has to want to, but like, I'm no expert. So I'm not really sure what you or her would want me to do. Give her a shout out, go watch her videos, that's about it. Alright, maybe you guys will convince Fire Michelle to be a streamer, I don't know. But I mean, I wish her the best of luck, whatever she decides to do or whatever job she gets. I'm sure she'll be great at it. Clearly, the community still loves her. She was a big help. As for Duck Sunny, it's just... I'm sure he does as good as he can, given that he has to manage all these games and whatever upper management announcements that he has to do or info that he's aware of. I just don't know how much he does that would prevent him from helping here, like in Townstar, like updating the bot commands. Oh, and one more thing I did want to talk about actually. Well, Low Six Thoughts is asking, what's your opinion on the next meta? I think it's going to be difficult, as Sushi Boats usually is, but it's not going to be the hardest thing ever. I mean, Sushi Boats, we tend to do like 100 per hour even with no NFTs required. So I still think it would be near that number even with them adding Tuna. So difficult, but like not impossible. I'm not a fan of Sushi Boats though. Me personally, I don't have that much fishing NFTs, although now I do have more than I used to. But also for no NFT players, the fishing metas take forever to do. Yeah, VTuber stuff is a good idea too if somebody doesn't want to... If somebody wants to come up with a new personality or something, I suppose. So the Townstar Playbook bot, I think it's amazing. I worked hard on that. Obviously, I had somebody help me with the Discord bot side of things, but it gets a lot of information, or it gets all its information from the Townstar Playbook. So as I update the Townstar Playbook, that should get updated as well. It's able to help you search up information on Discord about all of the crafts, all of the items, even the NFTs. All you have to do is Townstar, or TS/TS. Good thing I never changed it, even when they changed the name in the Common Ground world. So Townstar /TS. Let's do Sushi Boat. Hopefully it works. Hopefully I didn't make a typo and embarrass myself. But it would show all the information that you need here, assuming it's up to date on the playbook. Now I still need to change the date because I didn't finish updating the playbook, but I think I updated the value. Okay, I still haven't updated the crafting cost. I'll do that later today, but the value is there. Still working on the update here. Just in case somebody sees that. So the thing is, the reason this bot can't be on the Gala Discord is because they would have to give me permission, and it's a security concern. If for some reason something happened to the bot and like permissions got changed and it started doing other crap that Gala doesn't want it to do, that could cause issues for the Gala Discord. Another thing is links. This bot has a lot of links. It does also have referral links. If you search up the NFTs, those are referral links that they point you to the Gala store. But it has links, and it's easy for somebody to compromise links, as in mask them to send you to somewhere else. You can trust the Townstar Playbook bot, you know, the one that's on my Discord. But if, I don't know, for some reason it was on Gala Discord and the links got messed with in some way, that would not be good if something bad happened and then people would blame Gala, or maybe they would blame me, but it still wouldn't look good on Gala either. So that's the reason they can't have my bot on their Discord, unless for some reason I sold them the bot or something, which they're not going to buy this. They're not going to bother. Plus, they're not going to update it if they do buy it, so that wouldn't be any good. Also, I would probably ask people, there would probably be people saying like, why isn't the bot updated? Why isn't the bot updated? But it's not up to Gala, it's still my bot. But like, I have to update the playbook, and that's how the bot gets updated. And I do my best, of course, as usual. Do my best to update this every week. But yeah, I believe that's just the reason why we can't have the bot on Discord. If it turns out that they'll allow it, then that's great. But I do believe it's a security concern for Gala, and that's why it wouldn't be a good idea to have the Townstar Playbook bots on their Discord. So all I can do, or all you guys can do, is just tell people to join my Discord and use the bot in my Discord. Any chance we go back to Towncoin? Probably not, but I would have preferred it if they renamed the soil token to Star Token. I think that would have been better. Cecil says sushi boats have rooms for improvement even for no NFT players. So much more practice can reach better placement. I do agree. And it's difficult to the point where some people won't bother because it takes too long. John Mott says Gala takes security very seriously. I think they've never been hacked. I think they tried their best. Jarmad says also, don't know if I've ever shared this. I was unable to join Gala Discord for the longest time because they think I was scamming as a mod because of my name. Ah, okay, yeah, possibly. Yeah, could be a reason. Yeah. Yeah, I was just looking at something on Discord. Yeah, actually, I think that's about it. It's kind of late in the afternoon now. I still gotta eat some lunch and reply to some messages. And like I said, later today, I'll probably work on my build. If not tomorrow, maybe. I might not even work on my build today. We'll see. I probably will. What am I talking about? I probably will. But I'm gonna keep playing Expedition 33, enjoying the game. Like I said, it was a game I was looking forward to. It's mostly like turn-based, but it's not exactly turn-based. You still have to be good at timing because there's like quick action events, quick time events, QTEs. But it's cool. And yeah, that's gonna be it. Thank you all for being here. If somebody wants to watch the Town Hall AMA, they gotta skip like an hour, 15 minutes into the stream. There's probably better ones. Go watch the one that Jeff Saylor recorded. It's probably better than what I recorded here. And yeah, appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much. I will see you all later.